Earlier in the program, we talked about what's keeping prices high, but we wanted to look at one item in particular, chocolate. Cocoa prices have skyrocketed in recent months, and over the past year, they've more than doubled from nearly $3,000 per ton last May to $7,000. Our Taurean Small has been looking into this for the past couple of days. Taurean, I was just interested because there's so much going on here. So why are these prices rising?
Yeah, in short, it's really poor cocoa crop in both Ghana and the Ivory Coast. These West African countries really produce about 70% of cocoa exports globally, right? And they've faced over this past year or so, bad weather produced by climate change. They've experienced, at least since January, really tough heat waves that have been a drag on farmers, these local farmers out there, and then torrential downpours that have been really unrelenting. That causes awful diseases to their crops. We've seen, I think it's black rot in some of those pods, as well as swollen roots. And because of that, I talked to Steve Westridge, one of the lead tropical commodities researcher, and he says we're seeing a supply deficit this year of about 440,000 tons of cocoa. A lot.
Wow. When we talk about inflation, it often happens in political terms, but this has nothing to do with, this has to do with what's happening on an entirely different continent. So what is the effect on chocolate makers of this?
They're paying more because a lack of supply there. They have to pay more for this chocolate. And we're seeing it trickle down to even at the local level here in New York. Chocolate is more expensive. I talked to the owner of Lilac Chocolate. They say they're the oldest chocolate makers in Manhattan, and they're doing a lot of belt tightening. They last year bought about 120,000 tons of cocoa. At this price, that's pretty pricey. Take a listen to what he had to say about cutting costs this time around.
To stay even, we'd have to do 30% price increases. We just can't do that. We're doing some small price increases on products that aren't profitable, but by and large, we're just going to absorb it. So it's just going to be a very tough year.
No pun intended, but they're eating a lot of these cost increases, and they're looking to avoid doing like staff cuts, which is probably the largest expense because they're making handmade chocolate here. No machinery, really. They're doing a lot of the heavy lifting on their own.
So if this is a problem that is caused by nature and also the farming practices, how quickly does it get fixed, or are there things that can be done to change the situation?
Researchers have a pretty bleak outlook on the future of chocolate. They think the commodity or cocoa, they think chocolate moving forward is going to just cost a little bit more. That's something that customers will just have to, deal with. Yeah. But they think, especially in West Africa, there are some ways that government intervention can help. So farmers out there, the prices or the sale of cocoa out there is dictated by the government, the local government out there. So if they look at, in South America, some of those countries that are also producing cocoa, that's more commercially oriented. They have better fertilizer. They have more machinery that could help with that. These local farmers, and there are thousands of farmers across West Africa doing a lot of the heavy lifting on their own without much help from the government.
Taurean Small, thanks very much. And you got a good field trip in there.
Got some chocolate for you.
Yeah, it's very nice.